Now, Liz Trotta's not, boy, is she conservative, okay? She's a Fox News contributor. We'll explain to you how conservative she is after this clip that you're about to see. But I'll tell you what, she's not having this Sarah Palin thing, and I enjoyed this. And what I enjoyed probably most was the Fox anchor trying to backpedal to the talking point. He's like, wait a minute now. We're supposed to say it's the liberal media's fault. Get back on point. And Liz Trotta won't have it. So this is fun. Let's watch clip number 17.
Now to Sarah Palin. They don't like her. They don't like her hair. They don't like what comes out of her mouth. They don't like where she comes from. Caribou Barbie is one nutty puppy, says Maureen Dowd in this morning's New York Times. The media, fair or vindictive? Fox News contributor Liz Trotta joins us now. Liz, it is a frenzy-thon on Sarah out there this morning.
Yes, and just when we thought that nothing would break through the wall of Michael Jackson coverage, along came more comments from still one other talky governor, Mark Sanford, and couldn't resist telling the world about his soulmate, i.e. mistress. And then we have Sarah Palin in this, really, the sheer weirdness of this news conference caught everybody's attention. But, you know, it's very easy to say that the liberal media is caving in on her, and yes, they are. But she has given them a lot of raw meat. The woman is inarticulate, undereducated, and I pose this question. What do you think William F. Buckley would have thought about her as the standard bearer for the Conservative Party? I think a lot of this criticism is well-deserved. Unmentioned in all of this is Max Blumenthal's piece in The Nation and also the Daily Beast about with a real reason for her doing this. And there is talk, of course, of the investigation by federal authorities of contracts that she and her husband, or she as governor, let out involving her house and various other things. Now, these are only at the stage where we're hearing about this, but it does sort of fit in the missing piece in this mystery as to why she resigns in the middle of the 4th of July weekend.
Well, there's Palin people are saying, you know, there's nothing to any of that, and she's criticizing the media. She has a tweet this morning saying critics are spinning, so hang in there, as they feed false information about or on the right decision. I mean, she really pushes the buttons for these people.
Well, she does, but, you know, she asked for it herself, doesn't she? I mean, this is one of the rare cases where I think all the liberal stylists like Maureen Dowd and Gail Collins and the rest of them really have a case. I mean, she just begs for adjectives like flaky and wacky.
Well, they're even going further than that. I mean, they basically are insinuating mental illness when, you know, Maureen Dowd writes about Crazy Town and her being nutty. I mean, are they going over the line?
It was a well-written, funny piece. And, you know, there's one other element here, and I think most writers are afraid to bring it up. They sort of skirt the idea that this is a woman who has used her good looks and her gender to really get ahead in the political world. That's something that, of course, the men don't want to admit, and certainly not the women. So what are we talking about here? We're not talking about a great statesman of profound experience whose banner is integrity. We're talking about somebody who was right from the get-go has been a flashy person who gets into a lot of trouble and really has no credentials for any job.
But tell me how you really feel, Liz. Man, how many times did she get on the top rope? And wait, inarticulate and uneducated wasn't enough for you? Let me get on the top rope again. How about flaky and wacky? Dropped a leg from off the top rope. How about flashy and no credentials whatsoever? How about, man, I'll tell you, there's the one case where the liberals are right. She got nothing. Now, it's a combination of things. One, of course she's exactly right. And they should have thrown Palin under the bus a long time ago because she's an embarrassment to all of them. If they say she's smart, they look dumb for having said it. And I think she contaminates the whole party. So I think she's right on the substance, Liz Trotta is in this case. Second thing is, I get a little sense of bitterness from Liz Trotta. You get it from the Mark Sanford with his soulmate, right? I was like, oh man, you've been stung, haven't you? Okay, and then you go to Sarah Palin, her with her flashy looks, when some of us have been working since 1965, trying to get ahead. So I read up on Liz Trotta's bio. got into an NBC affiliate in 1965, worked as a bureau chief for Washington Times for whatever that's worth in New York, claims to be the first woman broadcaster to cover a war. I don't really believe that, etc. But I get a little sense of so this hot chick comes by and all of a sudden everybody is interested in her. She's got nothing. Well, Liz, you're right. You're right. But it's funny that you chose to mention that now when she seems to be no longer relevant. I didn't remember her saying that during the campaign. But I do remember Liz Trotter saying something else during the campaign. In case you were wondering if she's a closet liberal, remember this clip.
And now we have what some are reading as a suggestion that somebody knock off Obama. Well, both we could.
Talk about how you really feel.
So that ain't nobody's liberal, I'll tell you that right now.